When we started the discussion actually with the integration of people with a migrant background, we realized that there are some areas which are not very well explored. And one of the areas which we face is the education, and in particular education segregation. There are not so much data available about that, but we know that as soon as the children, they are kind of separated based on ethnicity, based on nationality, based on whatever status, then unfortunately the outcomes are different. So it means that the segregated schooling, it provides less quality services than the others. And we need to do something, because if the gap actually in the childhood, it's big, then it will remain for your life. There's one data which we are using now, this is coming from the Fundamental Rights Agency, which is saying that half of the member states in the EU, they are kind of struggling actually with the education segregation. On the other hand, there are not so much, let's say, detailed data, in particular actually on the local level. So that's what we would like to explore a bit more. The second thing is, okay, if you have the data, what to do with that? As a first step, we try to kind of explore the situation, meaning that actually what local authorities are doing actually to tackle the school segregation. So we do the kind of mapping of some urban policies, local strategies. We reviewed 16 local integration strategies, and we try to understand actually how much the school segregation is there, how much is basically missing. The results are quite difficult to say that it's positive or negative, because there are some good things, but at the same time, there are plenty of gaps to be filled. And we also tried, as a second step, actually to invite some of the local authorities, cities, to work with us and to launch some pilot actions. We are planning actually to launch some specific exercises about the data collection together with the Joint Research Center in the European Commission, where they can see actually in different cities how to make a kind of modeling of data collection, again, to use different indicators. I think what we are doing here in the partnership is really just the start, to launch some things and to understand what is the scope of the actions. Because if you don't do something, then the inequalities, the gaps will increase. If you start shrinking actually the gaps, that will help for the economic development. Ending school segregation is, of course, the long-term objective.